Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Illinois High School Esports Association Valorant season. We are in week number 2, round number 4, I believe, of the regular season. I am here. First of all, I am Andy Mendez, Executive Director of the Illinois High School Esports Association, just coming to you live here on the stream and joined by my good friend here, Carson. Carson, how are you today?
I am good. I'm so excited for this match. As soon as we finally got it confirmed, I made some notes. I was so just pumped to see this team on Fracture, and
Yeah.
I guess we'll see how they do. Both teams are next to each other in the rankings, too, 11 and 12 in the state.
Yeah, absolutely. Hersey and Elgin neck and neck here in the regular season. So I'm actually really excited to see how they're going to match up. I'm also just excited to see some Valorant action here in the IHSEA. We have a lot of really talented students, not only with our game, but also with our production. As you can see, Carson joining me here, Dell on a regular basis. We've got Eduardo, plenty of student interns that work behind the scenes to help bring the IHSEA to what it is, including our wonderful production staff and the absolute out of the ballpark staff from League OS that are helping us kind of get started here. So right now we're kind of looking at the picks and bans here. You want to talk a little bit about what we're looking at here?
Well, we're on Fracture, and I'm not too familiar with Fracture, but it is a defensive heavier map, and it's going to be interesting to see here as Hersey makes the pick on defense. They're probably going to have the edge here, and against this Elgin team hasn't played a team like Hersey yet, and they're going to have to ban well, match up well. We see a lot of similar picks here with Breach and Neon on both sides, as well as a Chamber and a Brim.
Yeah, definitely. We do see the Chamber again. Chamber seems to be pretty popular right now, especially with the ability to TP kind of back and forth. On a map like Fracture, I think would be very beneficial, right? You've got those kind of weird entries, multiple entries on Fracture, being able to cross the map in the middle with the zip line. So it's kind of a unique way to play the game. So yeah, absolutely
Screws up the meta too. You have new metas on different maps, especially with maps that are just completely different than anything else you've seen in the game. It creates way more opportunities to just watch a lot of fun matches and watch a lot of teams just play a new game that they're not used to. Because we are going to see Hersey line 3 up at B and 2 on A. Doesn't look like decisively they're going to head on the south side of the map and head towards A site for the maroon here.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like they're going to get ready with some utility here on this first round. See a breach pick here. And we are on site already. Neon might be coming up here to an enemy agent, and one goes down already so far. Spike is going to go down pretty early into the round, but pretty typical for a pistol round, just kind of entry here. Ooh. 2 are going to go down to the side of Hersey. Now it is a 2v2 scenario. One more down. It's a 1v1 scenario now. Larb trying to find an opportunity to prevent him from defusing the spike. Going to use a little bit of utility here, potentially. Smokes down. Ooh, getting hot through. Oh, this is actually really intense. Might see a right click here, potentially. Oh, no need. The headshot right away, and that's going to be a 3K from Larb on the side of the attackers.
Yeah, very, very heavy push from Elgin there as we saw them just run on site, but it is pistol round. That tends to happen a lot, and we're going to see the second round. Elgin's going to have a big advantage with that money now.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of Elgin, you were mentioning, kind of the notes that you were taking. The Elgin's sitting at 2-1 in the season, right? Only losing to Revis High School, Revis Rams, ranked 30th on the year, which I thought that was a pretty interesting take.
Yeah, Revis is really they played the same record, but Revis is a great team, and Elgin's definitely not short of any bad competition.
It looks like the defense is focusing solely on B here, and that means it is a free entry for A. And potentially the spike going down. And now they're going to have to find a site retake. All pretty much coming from one side. Looks like Neon and one other are kind of waiting in the back, waiting to see if there's going to be any lurkers, any flanks here, but they're going to be watching this pretty heavily. You do hear the footsteps, so now they're going to be jumping on in. Oh my goodness, D-Land with the 3K right off the bat, and it's going to spell disaster for the side of Elgin. Hersey, 2-0.
Yeah, I was a little worried. I was a little wondering there if Elgin was going to be able to hold up against Hersey. Hersey's played much harder competition, and Elgin just hasn't gotten a match like this yet. And so far, it seems, especially Elgin can hold up. Larb getting that 3K there, very wonderful job, as they're going to head Southside B here.
Yeah, definitely. Although we do see a little bit of action here, kind of going back and forth. I think Elgin is just reading them like a book here. Potentially walking on the site. Here's some utility being used now. One is going to go down. Frosty is going to pick up a kill here on the B site. Now everybody is scrambling. Neon and Breach are not close at all, but the spike is going to go down to Frosty. Frosty with a 3K to start the round off, and not looking to take any prisoners here. Picking up that Vandal in the third round. This might be where Elgin can look to turn it around. That is a 4K for Frosty. Is Frosty going to find number 5? He knows exactly where Neon is. Going to be running straight at him and not going to be able to take it down. Oob is going to find a way. Oh, and actually find 2 on the way out. Very greedy from the side of Elgin, but you know, I think they you know, you have to go for the ace. You have to go for the 5K.
Absolutely. Right? Come on, it's a little demoralizing to get aced on a flawless, especially too. And I mean, that's a great way to start your game, but obviously we see here Huskies not letting up, not letting themselves get shut out of this game, get down early, coming back on that third round where they're more and more equal with money. And we're going to see, again, a similar push, pincer, but this time towards the A side. And Chamber looks like he's going to go B.
Absolutely. It looks like, again, some utility going to go down here, going to interrupt the Neon run. Larb is going to be watching that angle and is going to spot Neon again. Many flashes used here. And I believe that is an ultimate now used from Chamber, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Gonna be the operator there. That is Chamber, right? That is the name of that character.
Yep. Tour de France
okay.
is a force, right. Tour de force.
There you go. Tour de force. So gonna be holding that angle there with the op or the Chamber ult. And this might spell bad news for the side of Hersey. Neon just waiting around the corner, able to take those 2 down, including Spike. So this is gonna be an uphill battle for Hersey now. As we mentioned, Speak is going to go down. Guido Pit Stop. Love that name. Was able to take down one more player. It is now a 2v1 scenario here for Pine. Trying to find an opportunity. If they line up correctly, this might be an opportunity for him to take down 2. There's 1, but Frosty with the Chamber ult is going to make sure that the round goes to the defenders. And Elgin is now going to tie it up 2-2.
Made a good guess there. Lose on B. They guard 4 heavy A. Great there. They're by the Huskies, and I mean you see that Chamber staying back, getting that fast rotation eventually once they finally get to A. But that was a great play by the Huskies, and using that out there. Now Huskies are tied again, and we're going to see a very heavy B South push from the Maroon here as the round starts and util's already going up.
Absolutely. Oob going to be picking up an alt orb here. Just going to pop it as well. Now Neon is on fire. See what she can do here. Going to try to find some zap. She is on site already. Holding that corner, though, is Frosty. And Frosty is going to take her down while she's in her alt. The Spiky is going to go down. Now Guido Pit Stop taking down 2. Taking down 3. Potentially looking for 1 more. Spike is being diffused. Pine is going to do all he can to stop this here. It's going to be pretty tough. Oh, gonna peek it and actually grab 1. But this round is as good as Elgin's. 3-2 now.
Yep, down from an 0-2 back to 3-2. That's where you want to start as the Huskies, as the Maroon don't want to get down early here, losing momentum. But it was a good pick there to keep the money down for the Huskies. But I mean, as you can see, if Huskies play defense like that, fast rotations, moving over correctly, they're going to keep winning the games on defense.
And you were mentioning too in your notes that Hersey has shown flashes of being a really good team, but remains relatively unproven, as you were saying, due to the weaker schedule that they've had so far in the IHSEA regular season. So this is kind of the true test to see how they can play on Fracture here. And so far, it's a little early to tell, but they seem to be losing their grasp a little bit here in this first half of this match. As we say that, but Frosty going to be sitting in the corner, but Larb read it like a book, was able to take him down. More shots going to go through the smoke here, but Speaky's going to find two. They're going to line up perfectly for him. And caught reloading, however. Now it is a 1v3 scenario. 1v2, I should say. One is down. Needs to get rezzed. There's the res right there, I believe. Nope. 1v2 scenario now. Does have the Phantom, but was not able to land those shots. Unfortunately for you Elgin fans, it is now 3-3, tied up for Hersey.
Absolutely. I just realized I have been getting Hersey and Elgin confused, so I'll fix that. But as I mentioned, both teams are relatively unproven, and both teams have had just a weaker schedule overall. But the major loss that has been handed to Hersey is against number 4 Yorkville, who I believe won on a forfeit tonight and moves to 4-0 on the season. But absolutely, Hersey's played better teams, but Elgin still putting up a fight here.
There's multiple ults being used here at the beginning of this round, actually 3 or 4 now. Larb is going to take down Nix, though. An operator here on the side of Frosty. Actually 2 down on the side of Oob as well. Great work getting onto site. Now this angle is going to be held. Going to be concussed here as well. Now, many shots fired here. Quick scope here. Oh, actually, it was Speaker who took them down. It looked like for a second that was one of the greatest shots of all time. But as I say that, Frosty is going to find a wallbang and go ahead and pick up that Phantom. So we will see what he's able to do. He's going to be able to take down D-Lan as well. But Larb from behind, picking up a 3K on the round. And the operator at the end.
Yep, Hersey making great plays there on offense. Quick push, and the Maroon just don't have time to rotate and can't get over there. And it's really quickly just a 5v3 on that objective, and they take it easy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you were mentioning a little bit about the only loss that one of these teams have had is to Yorkville. I'm a little bit of partial to Yorkville, kind of a hometown for me, at least currently. So I'm a Foxes fan.
Foxes fan, yeah. Hersey put up a good 2-1 match and barely lost in the end.
There you have it. Oh, that is going to spot every member of Hersey there on this rotation. So now Elgin knows exactly where to play. We will see exactly where this operator is going to find its value. Going to be facing up against a Marshall here, so it should be a relatively straightforward play as they run onto site, and a pistol round going to be used for Nick, hoping that she could probably pick up that orb there, but she was not able to. Now it is as good as done for the side of Hersey. As I say that, though, Guido pit stop taking down Oob. Flash on the site. 1 down, 2 down, potentially 3, but Pine is going to shut that down right away with the operator play. Again, this Marshall hopefully going to find some more value for Guido. We shall see how Guido is going to play this out. Knows almost exactly where they're going to be playing on the site, as it is planted already. Elgin creepily walking onto this site here is going to find a no-scope onto Larb. And unfortunately for Guido, however, Pine had his number with the operator.
Yeah, you almost ate your words there saying it was over, but it's incredible to see both these teams are almost the same stat-wise. They've both won 5 maps, lost 2 maps each before this, coming into this game, and it is an absolutely wonderful match to have set up here for us. As it's just going to be a completely almost I've never seen stats more even. I think in their overall plus and minus, kills wise, Yorkville, or not Yorkville, I apologize, Hersey is up by 4.
This might be a troublesome place to be if you are Hersey peeking into this Frosty's angle with Op. We shall see what is going to happen here. Just barely right around the corner as an observer. It is absolutely incredible to see. It's just inches away from Doom potentially and going to miss. Unfortunately, a little bit too fast on the trigger, was not able to hold that angle quite well, had to TP back. And so now members of Elgin are forced to rotate as they know that Hersey is going to be trying to make a play on site here. Oob now with the laser, not able to find anything, unfortunately for them. Frosty's going to be able to take one. They're on site with the spike. Oh, there's going to be an ultimate down right into the middle of site. Frosty's going to take down one. Guido pit stop trying to find another in the form of Pine. Starting to defuse, but it's going to stop. Another ultimate going to go down, opening up the skies here. Larb finding one as well. It's now a 4v2 scenario in favor of Elgin. Potentially Larb taking down two though, and making me eat my words. As you said, it's now an even fight, 1 versus 1. Will he find it?
God!
Larb finds the ace on to B site.
It feels like every time you say something, the other team just has something to prove.
It quite makes for an entertaining cast. Hersey finding an absolute opportunity to frag here in the form of Larb. Excellent work.
3 in a row there, winning these close rounds is very, very important. Very important. And it is just wow there. I mean, 4v2 gets through it. You got Spike, you got Objective. They make a great rotation to take back site, but he just never gives up.
Yeah, absolutely incredible job from the side of Hersey and their top fragger, I assume, Larb here. So we shall see where the play is now. They've got people kind of peeking on B, but mostly looking towards potentially a play on A. Actually, as I say that though, Spike is going to be moving towards B. So we shall see. They are going to take their time here, it looks like, on this round. Playing very measured. Neon, though, I believe on site, if I'm looking at the minimap correctly. No, maybe not. Going to throw up the smoke, going to find the alt orb, and I believe that spells ultimate for him. If I can remember the name of that player. What is the name of this character?
Oh,
you gotta help me out there.
Sorry.
I
didn't know which one.
No, that's fine. Jack's gonna find one. Guido finds another as well, and it looks like there's only 2 members of Hersey alive. Can they find an opportunity to win this? And they may not. KO does have site control very briefly, but as I say that, Speaky was gonna find the last elimination here.
I mean, on the side of Elgin, that's what you'd like to see. I mean, go down you lose 3 in a row and you come back after that. Both these teams are not letting either ones get a strong sense of momentum and keep this going. But as we look at the stats side, it's very, very similar.
Very even.
The top fraggers, same kills. Second fraggers, same kills. And within 1 or 2 on the bottom 3.
Yeah, it is, again, very interesting that we were able to kind of view this match, and they're incredibly similar stat-wise, as you were mentioning. And it is just proving exactly what you were saying, as we see a judge potentially bought here, and the operator going to be used as well. Not able to quite find anybody, but they do know that they are going to be making an A push. We shall see where they go here. This is going to be a pretty tough battle to kind of get onto site here. Potentially, this is looking quite dangerous. Oh, Larb is going to go down. Actually, I'm sorry, Larb is going to take down Nyx, excuse me. And now everyone's rotating. Interesting. Guido pit stop is going to find Oob. The judge not quite finding any value of Nuderus. As I said, that's going to find 3 from the flank. An absolutely incredible flank that was able to find, and just taking them down in CT spawn.
Yeah, you see Nuderus there just finding that flank and knowing that they know that they're rotating, and he just catches all of them and wins that gunfight. Again, Hersey, great team, and Elgin, great team. You just see it again. 3v2 there, and comes through as we're going to see a southern B side push. I apologize, as Guido looks to set up a nade here.
Absolutely. Last round again, they're going to be going all out, buying as much as they can. Nice little observer play there. Looks like it's going to get hit and hit its range. Gonna interrupt this up there. There is going to be a peek. We do pit stop is going to be very low and potentially going to be taken out here by Oob. Nice little fancy feet played there. Larb is going to take down Frosty onto site. And now B site is as good as Hersey's. Nyx, however, finding the neon counterpart. No abilities up quite yet. Oh, Spiku is going to go down actually. Or actually, excuse me, Spiku is going to take one down. It's now a 3v3 scenario. Spike is planted, however, so a sense of urgency from Elgin here. Larb finding yet another kill on this round. And in a pretty good spot here to defend the spike. Not a whole lot of options if you are Elgin, especially when Larb is out there taking down everybody. But D-Lan is going to take down Spiku right after Pine goes down. And that half is going to just going to go over to Hersey.
Again, 8-4 here. We're seeing Hersey kind of run away with this a little bit now. But, I mean, again, that New Alerts there gets that rotation well. Catches that rotation off guard as it seems they're just all spread out, not tipping towards that 4-1 that they've been going through on defense earlier, and staying with a 3-2. And every single time they put up a 3-2 defense, they've lost, and every time they put up a 4-1, they've won. So,
right. Well, you know what they say. It's a pistol round, a little bit of a reset. It's anyone's game.
Little shenanigans here. We'll see. I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like Elgin is going to make a play onto A site. At least I know anything about Valorant, and they're all running at the site. Frosty is going to run right up to Pine and just say, hey, this is mine now. Guido pit stop. Just going to win that 1v1, almost 2v1, excuse me, as D-Land is going to go down as well.
Spike planted.
So Elgin, 5 strong right now. Against 3 defenders, though. Larb is still up. So there's always a potential here. There's going to be the flash. Not going to find anybody yet. Going to find one. Going to find 2. And they really have to be careful with Larb here. Larb is absolutely on fire, but not enough HP to make it happen. And Nyx is going to find 2.
Guido pit stop living up to his name there, heading onto site extremely fast with the rest of the Elgin team. Looks like they're going to go to the other side, though, and have Chamber lurk on the incorrect... Or not the... Oh, never mind. Chamber coming back.
Nope.
Someone else is going over there, but it looks like we're probably going to see a pincer play or alert play or just the whole team, you know? Whatever I say.
You know, it's... As these teams make me eat my words, sounds like you will be eating your words for breakfast as well. They just love to switch things up here. So the buy, I was going to talk a little bit about the buys here, but Bulldog is going to do the job here for Frosty as he's going to find 2, almost 3. The Larb says nope. The Dell favored Spectre, I believe that's the name of that gun. Is that not the name of that gun? I don't know.
Yep. Oh, okay. Stinger.
Stinger, sorry.
Spectre is the
Spectre's the other one, right? Yeah, okay, with the silencer. Still learning the game, folks. Guido pit stop is going to take down Pine with the Spectre. Now I know. Now it is a 1v4 scenario with the Marshall. Gonna find somebody almost immediately, looking for the no-scope. Couldn't quite find it. Wrapped up in a nice little present. Guido pit stop for the 3K.
Fast again. As you mentioned, I am eating my words here. As I said, Hersey was kind of getting some momentum, and Elgin just comes back, wins 2 in a row, and it looks like we're gonna be on a more even playing field as both teams can buy a little more now.
Yeah, it does seem like what are the buys here? It looks like it's gonna be half buys for Elgin, pretty much all that they can afford at the moment, and some kind of interesting buys on the side of Hersey. I think I saw a judge. Yeah, I do see a judge.
We're gonna see another lurking Chamber here as Chamber just watches T-side flank.
Oh boy. Looks like this is not going to be the best place for a judge because they are going to wrap around into CT spawn, and Larb is going to find 1, 2, and almost 3. Spiku is going to find 1, but now it is a 4v3 scenario. As I say that, Oob is going to take down Spiku, and Noodle does find 1. Or sorry, saw 1, excuse me, and Noob is just going to pick up a 3K for the round. Pick up a gun. Who's this with the Riot gun buddy? Isn't that a thing? It's like impressive or something. rare.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I'm learning the game same as you. CS player for 3 years. Just got into
yeah, that's
it,
right.
like, maybe 2 months ago.
Nice. So, for the perfect people for the job tonight.
Exactly. Global and CS. Brag about that. As we're gonna see a double pinch, do more of a pincer push here. 1, 2, 3 down, 2 up top, as they are gonna lurk up there.
Our production says that you have to get it from an employee. That means you're very cool. I have a Riot fist bump award in League of Legends. Is that cool? I don't know if that's cool.
That sounds cool.
We're gonna say it's cool.
We're gonna say it's cool.
As you say that, gonna be on the site here. Larb is gonna be spotted potentially just at the tip of his gun. Frosty rather observant. Gonna be backing off though for the breach ult and Noodle. It's gonna go. It's not going to quite yet. It is a actually I was about to say a 4v2 scenario now in the favor of Elgin. Elgin, of course, attacking here, planting down the spike, and Larb's going to be taken down by Jack. And Jack's going to just find the casual 4K on the round.
Casual little 4K as Elgin again coming back down by 4, 7-9, and again such similar stats still. Wow, I mean, both third flags are 1 under with 3 assists, and both bottom 2 frags are 2 under. Or rather, not for Pine, but Pine's been doing great on the assists and doing great at Pine's job.
So Hersey is in a little bit of trouble as far as economy goes, it looks like, and right now the swing is in Elgin's favor. So we shall see what Hersey can do, and Hersey and Larb essentially what they can do to turn this game around. But with full buys on the other side, there's nothing that they can really do.
Money momentum is very important.
Yep. Guido pit stop taking down Larb, so this round is already not looking too hot for the side of Hersey. Top fragger is going to be down already, but as I say that, Oob is going to make it in quote-unquote even game. Even round, I should say. 4v4 scenario. That was potentially nerves there. Might have had the shot there, but unfortunately moved the mouse a little bit too much. Jack finding one, but Oob finding another. Actually, Oob is ulted right now. So a 3v3 scenario. Site A is going to be planted. Going to be spraying in the smoke, not quite finding someone. And Nyx is going to have Oob's number. Unfortunately for the side of Hersey, it's not looking too great, although there's a 1v2, and now Nyx finding another in the form of Pine.
Yeah, Hersey wasting a lot of. They're trying to keep that round alive with not a lot of money, and now Elgin's got the money and 3 alts on their side. Chamber, Fade, I believe, and Breach, respectively, and still, money problem. Big money problem.
Yep. 1 round away from tying it up, but it does look like that save round is going to pay off. And Hersey now does have a full buy, potentially.
I think... Yeah, no, they got a full buy.
Yeah, relatively full buy. We don't know about the utility quite yet, but full buy, got full armor. Looks like this is going to be the best chance that Hersey is going to have in a couple of rounds to turn the momentum a bit.
Bit of a must-win here for Hersey.
Absolutely. And as we say that, though, Nyx is going to take down 1. And where will Elgin go next? Elgin's going to turn around. Guido pit stop going to take down Oob in a quick fashion. Larb, though, finding 1 so far. Is going to go down the Nyx. So, yeah, it looks like Hersey not quite able to find the momentum on this round. What will the last 2 members of Hersey do here now that Elgin is planting? Shall see. Looks like they're going to opt to fight for it. Pine's going to take down Jack onto site.
Last player standing.
Ooh, Fossey though, waiting on the side with the operator. Yep. And Nyx with 3K on the round.
Maroons tie it up, and that's going to be, I think, a bit of a money problem on the side of Hersey, as they do take a timeout after losing.
Yeah,
I think going 4-1 in the last 5 stretch.
Yeah. have a swinging point potentially. Again, it's 9v9 right now, so anything can happen. But again, the momentum is on the side of Hersey, so we shall see.
Absolutely. But yeah, Elgin, again, I mentioned earlier, I actually was kind of a little worried Hersey would blow Elgin out here, as just Elgin hasn't played a lot of good teams and lost to a 30th ranked Revis Rams. But I am completely wrong, and I guess I'm underestimating the Rams a bit, because Elgin is staying in this game and
Yeah.
beating back Hersey whenever they've gone down, not letting Hersey take advantage of them and get a good swing going. And now they've got economy and it's tied, which is great for this end of the end of the round here.
Right. Right. Do we know who picked Fracture? Whose pick was this?
I believe this was Hersey's pick, ironically.
Yeah, that seems to be how it happens. Oh, actually, we're hearing from production that it might have been an Elgin pick.
Oh, it was an Elgin pick.
Yeah.
Good pick for them, I suppose.
Yeah, paying off for Elgin, definitely. As the round starts here.
Side, okay.
Oh, Guido pit stop. Gonna find Pine, probably barely peeking, excuse me, over the shoulder, potentially around that rock. So
absolutely, gotta watch those shoulders.
Yeah, kind of a rough bid there for Hersey. Relatively quiet round otherwise, however. Do you see sub-utility being used onto A site, potentially? Oob kind of waiting in the wings with the judge. This is an absolutely coordinated site takeover, though. As you can see, got 2 on one side, 3 on the other, 2 on the high ground.
Exactly the opposite of what they've been doing earlier, just going incredibly fast.
Looks like they're going to find a concussion, but the ultimate's going to be used as well. Oob's going to find one, and so is Larb. So now, making this a potentially even game. Oh, and they're going to find the wall bang. Oob right through the corner of the site there. Got to be really careful about that default there. And actually, Hersey finding a way to bring it back with the thrifty.
Wow, really, really great map knowledge there by Ube, just catching it right, knew where they were going to plant, caught him.
Yeah, that was an excellent way, and it actually probably had to do with that pause.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that slow round is not what Elgin's been doing this whole time, and it's very, very clear, like, different strategies, it's easier to catch on. I'm wondering if Hersey's playing a slower style normally, or been playing in slower style, because it seems they just had so much trouble when Elgin just goes as fast as they can right into the objective.
Right.
Seeing a bit of an A pincer here on push for Elgin.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, again, another A pincer. Except Ube this time, or Ube, excuse me, is going to find Guido pit stop. Pine going to go down, unfortunately, to Nyx. Now making it a 4v4 scenario yet again. Neon is pretty low, holding the spike. Larb's going to find Jack, though, and the ultimate going to be used onto site. They are going to find a way to get back on the site here, trying to find a way as they're flash or concussed. And very cleanly does Hersey come right back on the site and say, this is mine.
Yep, great rotations there. We're ready, though. 2 on. Made great stands, caught them on where they weren't going to be, making new defensive spots, not staying in the same spots, and that's really going to be good for Hersey. It's not match point, but they look to get match point on this point with what seems to be probably I was going to say, Guido's going with the Marshall with a lot of creds. Oh, never mind, Vandal, I lied.
Guido going back to the Marshall, who knows?
Decisive here.
Yeah. Again, this teams seem to be doing this quite often here.
2 Marshals as a beast south heavy push for Elgin. Wow.
They do have 3 on the site though, on defense, so we'll see what they're able to do. Taking it rather slowly. Although taking the zip lines, I'm pretty sure you can hear that if you are on B side. So, just unfortunate timing for the side of Hersey there. Is not quite looking when running around that corner there. So it looks like, oh, actually Jack is going to be able to find one as well, and now it's going to be a 5v3 scenario in favor of Elgin. Next, however, going to be taking down one with their ultimate. Ube taking down another. Now it is all up to Pine with his ultimate used here on the round already. What will Pine do? Actually looking around the corner, and Guido Pitstop was just waiting.
Yeah, Guido
Great
just
angle.
better gun there. Pine is
Yeah.
resorting to that revolver that Chamber gets and gets caught completely because just Vandal. Again, similar stats. Wow. Every time I look at it, I get more and more confused because I mean, it's just all right. How? Guido Pitstop though, top fragging for Elgin and Larb for Hersey respectively, as they have been commanding these teams well. Larb setting up a bunch of good stuns there early round, and Elgin's got very good on that slow push there as they look for an A-site pincer.
Yeah, they seem to really like this A-site pincer for sure. Seems to be a favorite tactic of theirs. Very slow and methodical A pincer. Oh, actually a little bit of a different pincer. This time Nyx is going to take down Ube, and Ube did invest some money into that sniper, so it's going to be a little bit difficult, although there's now a 4v4 scenario yet again. However, the defenders are not onto site, so Spiku is going to plant. And the ultimate going to be used down on the A, but not going to quite find the planter either. 2v3, as I say, that 3v1 scenario now. Going to try to wallbang, but not going to find it, unfortunately for them. Spiku is going to find the kill, and now it is 11-11 tied up. Elgin and Hersey, game one.
It makes you eat words as soon as it goes. As soon as you say slow, Sky just runs right in there, and the whole team comes jumping over the hill. I mean, it's hard on defense.
Absolutely. If you are an Elgin fan in the chat right now, you are probably ecstatic to see this comeback.
Arc of Day looks very excited. The Let's Go Elgin in chat.
Let's go Elgin. There you go.
Pine has not got a kill in 2 rounds, I believe. See how he can pick it up there for Hersey.
Oh, as you say that, Frosty is actually going to find a kill onto D-Land with the TP as well. Actually going to find 2 with the operator. Oh. Bulldog going to be used in its full force as Jack goes down. And now, advantage Elgin
There.
on this round. Pine going to be taking down Guido. And Spiku is now planting on the side of B.
Last player standing.
Lose is the 1v1. And Larb, their top fragger, all that's left, but just with a Spectre. Probably not going to be able to find too much, though. Taking down Spiku as I say that.
There.
They seem to know exactly where he is, so they're going to find a way to do something. Not sure where the enemy is. Larb kind of looking around, wasn't able to find him, and 3K for the side of Elgin. Yep.
They've got a good economy though. Hersey's got a good economy here. Huskies are going to try to defend themselves from losing here and try and bring this match into overtime. But Elgin's got the Huskies on the wall, on the ropes right now, as they look to finish this game off in very, very dramatic fashion, going down I think twice by 3 or more.
Yeah, definitely agree. I think the save round was important last round. Right, they know that they were going to be backs against the wall here, but this is all they got left. They have to play this very safe, very measured, and I think Elgin is just going to look to try to close this out as soon as possible. But as I said, that D-Line's going to be walking right up into them with the Guardian, not going to quite find what they were looking for, and now Hersey is in a pretty bad spot to be able to defend here, but they are going to rotate, and it seems like this rotation call was made.
Yeah, Brim getting caught on that aggressive defensive play there.
Frosty taking down 1. Shall see how this continues.
Face your fear.
Plant gonna go down on this last round potentially here. Nick's gonna take down one. Pine and Larb finding what they can. The ultimate gonna be used down onto the site. They're gonna find a 1v1 scenario now. Who is going to be the victor here? And there's your answer. The attackers are gonna be winning that round. That match, excuse me. Elgin taking down Hersey.
What a great comeback there by Elgin, going down big early. I think down 5, I believe. As we're going to see Larb there play great. Ube played great. And Guido pit stop for Hersey. Just these team stats are very, very similar. And we're seeing that here with a 13-11 match and a 13-11 round there. And again, similar. Stats don't lie.
Yeah, definitely looks like the next map is going to be down the Icebox. So we shall see. As you saw by the stats, though, very even teams that went 13-11, could have easily gone into overtime. I think luckily for Carson and I, it didn't. We're going to get a little bit of a break here between the two matches, but we'll be right back with some IHSEA action. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone, to the Illinois High School Esports Association Valorant playoff. No, not playoffs. Regular season. I'm here again with my good friend Carson. We're looking at another fantastic round between Hersey and Elgin potentially. First game went to Elgin.
Yeah, Elgin, a great comeback, down 5-1, I believe, something like that. They were down 4.
Yeah. It was an excellent comeback. Love to see it. And now it looks like we're headed to Icebox potentially here.
Yeah, as we saw on Tuesday, actually, Icebox was a not very contested map. Wheaton North starting on the defense and beat Lions 13-2 or 13-4 rather, and I guess we'll see if Elgin can pull a blowout off like that. Even though that first game was close, same story for Lions and Wheaton North though.
Sorry about that. Yeah, absolutely. Do we have any stats on Icebox? How many times have we seen it on stream already? I feel like once a stream we get Icebox.
Yeah, I think we get Icebox every stream. About.
Yeah. I remember when Icebox first came out, people were really iffy about the map. But I don't know. It seems like now that new maps have come out, people have favored Icebox a little bit because the newer ones are. It seems like people just don't like the newer maps.
Yeah, I my first experience on Icebox was pretty terrible. I think it was a competitive game, and we got 13-0'd, and I was like, all right, I like Icebox, but it has grown on me, and it's grown a lot on this competitive scene.
That's fair. It looks like we're seeing a Sage. Looks like actually potentially 2 Sages here. Is that normal on Icebox? I would probably say so.
I think we saw it last time. Yeah, 2 Sentinels. Yeah. As we're gonna see again, 2 Chambers, both played by the same guy. Probably gonna end up lurking, as Icebox is a great map for lurking chamber.
Yeah. Seems like pretty standard comps across the board. We do see 2 Jets, but makes for an exciting, very exciting match to watch. Larb, the top fragger on the defending team here on Elgin, looks like going to be picking up on Sova.
Yeah, it looks like Guido's going to be on the Viper, opposing top fragger for Hersey.
Is it Hersey or Hersey? That's probably right.
I don't know.
It's hard to say. I know it's not Hershey, right? No.
Yeah, I try not to call it that, but Hershey. It sounds better.
Yeah, definitely. Hersey is hard to say for me.
Hersey sounds like hearsay, but
hearsay. Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna probably see a pistol round right up the middle to start here from Hersey or whatever, and we're gonna see probably a mid push with a Viper line from Guido.
Yep, Viper line gonna go right across the middle, gonna provide some cover to walk right through the middle. And now on this defense here, gonna try to block off this back area, trying to sit around the corner here. It looks like the plant is already gonna go down, and kills are actually gonna go back and forth now. Jack with 2 already so far for Hersey. Cannot quite see the names as the stream is looking a little iffy on my end, but I do know that it is a 2v2 scenario here. Actually, another one gonna go down, and the stick it. Oh, if he would have stuck it, he might have already had it.
Ube with 2K there on Jet.
No charges left.
Will Ube find an opportunity to defend it, and actually will? The 3K for Ube and the defuse, will say.
Wow, Ube
Elgin.
Ube just ran up and did it.
yeah. I was like, you know what? Gotta do it. Much better.
Yeah, how they defend this again here. Just, I mean, Hersey again, or sorry, Elgin's on the defense. Keep forgetting that. Elgin
on defense.
Elgin's a little bit poor here, or a little bit more money here. It's gonna see if they're gonna buy here. Oh, not too much, though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like too much. This could definitely be anyone's round here still as well. The wall is going to go up to get an interesting angle here onto this push, but they know they're going onto A, and now the spike is going to go down, and it's going to be a 5v2 scenario now. And as I say that, a 4v1 scenario, Larb going to pick up a kill onto Frosty, and now it is all up to Nyx, but not quite able to do it. Noodles will find a kill.
Wow, Hersey just ran in as fast as they could, but I guess that's what you gotta do when you don't got enough money, but yeah.
Yeah, that Sage Wall was really good. Found a really good opportunity to get a good angle, kind of an unexpected angle onto the site. And so when they were all rushing in, it was just pretty easy to just grab an elimination or two and just kind of hop down after getting a headshot there. So
Absolutely.
good on, yeah, good play on
Stinger.
Absolutely.
We saw another A heavy push. We saw a lot of A pushes and A defenses in Wheaton North Lions, but we're gonna see another B push here as Elgin, and it's gonna have to deal with a really sped out Huskies team.
Ooh, Ube is gonna go down the Jack. Jack full buying on that round, so able to find that elimination there. I believe Jack only had a blood, or excuse me, Ube. Larb is gonna go down though. Looks like the battle of the Sovas. Jack did win that one. Using a lot of utility here around that corner, making sure that they're able to plant that spike. And now a 5v2 scenario. It's gonna be pretty tricky if you are Elgin, especially if you are the last remaining member in the form of Pine. No one's gonna go down on the side of Hersey there.
Yeah, there we go. Rotate onto A.
Yeah.
Saw a very spread out push there. 1 mid, 2B, 2A, and that's not something we see too often in competitive, especially at this level. But it works out, especially when Elgin just wasn't expecting it. Great rotate onto A once they saw the opportunity, and again, similar stats to last time. Same players, same spots. Except Guido, who's going 0-2, but Guido's been doing smokes very well so far.
Yeah.
So we will see how that plays out, as we're going to see a more B-oriented B mid push.
I noticed that we pretty much saw a full buy, except for Ube actually opted for a Guardian, I believe, this round. And so this might be kind of what they're more comfortable with instead of the Vandal. But an excellent opportunity to find utility is not going to be the right time, however, as Ube is going to find one, but then go immediately down the Jack. And now Elgin kind of finding a spot again where they are disadvantaged here in this round. Looking at the A site plant yet again. Ooh, gonna find an opportunity to find right up. That could have been a knife kill there. Feels like we're watching a completely different player than we did last round in the form of Noodles.
Yeah, and again, we're gonna see just the reoccurring theme of trades and two players dying to each other in 2v2 fights, and it's just the one-on-one left. But I mean, we're seeing another even match as Hersey goes down early. I'm getting caught up now that I'm thinking about it, but Hersey goes down.
I should not have brought
early.
it up.
Yeah, Hersey goes down early and does not give up here, evening the match quickly, much like that first game with it. And I am very excited to see the rest of this. This is gonna be very, very good.
Yeah, just saying again that they are kind of evened up here. Doesn't necessarily feel that way because of the gold swing, or I say gold, but the resource swing, I should say. Definitely finding an advantage on the attacker side now with the buys. And it looks like this is going to be a B push potentially. A little bit of a straight line B push. Finding the walls that they need. A TP is down as well. Jack going to be using the drone to find something, but Guido Pitstop is going to swing the corner and take down Pine. This could be the opportunity they need to get onto site. We'll see Larb kind of waiting in the wings with the Marshall. Ooh, gonna find a nice headshot onto the attacker planting in the form of Spiku. Potentially some sniper fights here, as the operator would normally take that out, but Jet is just gonna swing around that corner with the Vandal, take him down. Ube potentially was gonna find something there, but right through the smoke, the operator is gonna go right through, and it's gonna be an easy kill for Frosty.
Yeah, just completely rocked there. Catches the shoulder out in the open from that Viper smoke, which really made that push way harder than it had to be. But again, Hersey gets it wait, I'm getting Guido and Greg confused. Great smoke by Guido there to keep it up and keep the game going and the momentum in the Huskies' favor. As we're gonna see how Elgin tries to repeat and try and defend this push here from B side, I believe. Stream's a little fuzzy on my end.
Yeah, same here. But nevertheless, we can definitely tell that there's going to be a kind of a split look here. But Frosty finding another elimination in the form of D-Land is going to find another Frosty, or actually, excuse me, that was Ube taking down Frosty. Kind of the other way around, an op fight, and it's going to go in the form of Ube. So now Frosty is going to get rezzed, however, and the swing is back on to Hersey. Hersey finding more and more players to be able to find an opportunity here. They did leave the spike back roughly in spawn just so that they had the opportunity to kind of swing back around and find a place to go. They are going to spray through the smoke, but not going to find anything yet. Jack going to be using his drone, kind of spot exactly where everybody is. Kind of knows that someone is back there. Not going to. Oh, it actually does hit the target.
Did not look that way on our end.
No, yeah, definitely did not look that way on our end, but that is totally okay. Ooh, nice elimination in the form of Ube. Ube is going to find something here. I believe that is the second elimination of the round, and most likely going to save this operator, it looks like. Might be a smart play, especially since Ube seems to be doing really well with excuse me.
Yeah, Ube has been deadly with that op, catching Frosty, who, I don't know, who is, well, like, is an op, I guess, because, you know, Chamber, free op from Riot Games, but, I mean, catches Frosty, catches, I'm not sure who, but, and yeah, we're going to see a timeout here from Elgin, 4 straight, not wanting to get down early.
Yeah, I think that the timeout here makes a whole lot of sense, especially when you're looking at, you know, saving out that op. You now have kind of a weird scenario where the rest of your team doesn't quite have the economy to just completely buy out, because last round, I believe you did spend a considerable amount of money on getting those in. So it's going to be kind of an interesting opportunity now, where Hersey is going to find their advantage definitely for this round, but got to talk through the strategy. There must be something that they can do, work really weird angles potentially. You know, they get the nice part is that they are on defense, right? So they have to kind of wait to see where Elgin is going to play, how they're going to play it. So it's going to be kind of interesting.
Certainly, Elgin again went down early, just like this, early in the last match on offense, though. But I mean, again, Elgin got those weird angles. Elgin found a way to make it work with less money and less guns. But that operator that Ubi saved is really, really going to help them get back into this if they don't have enough money. It's going to afford it. As yeah, maybe definitely a bit of a save here.
Yeah, does look like it potentially. Gonna see a Marshall and an op gonna be playing long A, or A long, I should say.
A lot of defenders on A specifically.
Yeah.
A lot of defenders, sorry, offenders headed towards B mid. Apologize, as we're gonna see a really, really slow rotation.
Welcome to my world.
Where will they play it here? Viper ult going to be used on B site. Going to be a little bit more tricky to get onto site here. No eliminations quite yet. We do know, though, that Hersey has another 3 ultimates to give. Oh, but D-Land does kind of know that A site is going to be the move. As much noise as they're making on B site, A site is actually where they're going to plant. They don't know that D-Land is in here, though. Can he do something? He's going to find some shots onto Nyx, and Nyx is going to be quite healthy, but Ube going to jump down and find an opportunity to live there. Now, 1 going to go down, 2 going to go down, and now it's a 3v3 scenario. That was potentially the best opportunity they could have had, but Larb is going to miss the operator shot, and now it is absolutely doomed potentially for Elgin. And that is going to be it. Frosty taking down 1.
Lack of money there, just completely going against Elgin. They won 2 in a row, and skid of 5 here is, it's just not great start for them. Guido actually still not top fragging. We see a very different structure here on the kill ladder for both teams, as those maps, with that map Fracture with the entirely different way to play it. If you played CS, you now know how to play that map, because normally you don't get people coming from 2 objectives always.
Right.
It's
Right.
a lot harder if you're used to other games, used to other maps even, and you see a more B mid A centered B mid A centered push here.
Yep, definitely got you there. Frosty gonna be taking down Larb straight in the middle. D-Lan finding, accidentally takes out the utility. I would think that is an accident there. Peeking with the slow orb, not quite going to be the move that you're looking for. And Noodles is going to go down. I'm sorry, I'm calling you Noodles. I believe that's the way you say that name. I'm not quite sure.
New Dirts.
New Dirt. Is that a T?
Is that a T?
No, it's an L. I think it's an L. Noodles. It's pretty tough.
Noodle.
But regardless,
there we go.
Yeah, regardless, it looks like we've got Hersey 6-2 right now. The 4 rounds ahead. I mean, if you are Elgin now, you're thinking, well, let's wait till the halftime and potentially turn this around.
A little strange here, actually. That Lions Wheat North game, seeing a B center push. The Lions Wheat North game, Lions went up 2-0 and then actually were down 6-2 at that 6-2.
I am so sorry to interrupt you there, but Pine with an excellent shot right above what I believe that is B site. So great shot there. Hersey, one member of Hersey going down. Now, Jack gonna find someone in the mid lane, mid area, I should say. Larb is gonna be taken down. Frosty gonna find an elimination onto Ube. Jack gonna go down as well. So now, another 3v3 scenario here. We've seen this many times, it feels like, this series. Guido is going to be on B site, but with no spike. So we shall see. It looks like the rotation is going to be to B. The call is going to be rotating to B. Oh, potentially finding one, looking the wrong way. Pine, unfortunately, not finding the right angle, excuse me. And now it's going to be a 4v2 scenario as we see Rez come down.
30 seconds left.
Now, B site is planted. Finding different angles, different ways to go down. Frosty is going to go down to Noodles though. Dropping the operator. Looks like Guido Pit Stop is going to pick it up. And it's another textbook round for Hersey.
Wow, yeah, 7 in a row now. It's getting real bad on Elgin's side there. Yeah, like I'm saying, eerily similar. This same exact situation happened with Lions and Wheaton North.
History is bound to repeat itself, my friend, as we see Icebox, the cruel, cruel, cruel mistress.
Yeah. 4 great teams here, as we're going to see Elgin has been playing a little bit sloppy, not checking corners and stuff, and Hersey has absolutely been taking advantage of that there, as Hersey heads for a mid-center pitch.
Yeah, I was about to say, we do see a mid-center push here. We'll see exactly how Hersey is going to play it. We do know, though, that Noodles is right in that little cubby. We'll see what happens. Jack taking down D-Land. It's going to be happening right away. Larb, though, finding an exit frag as he goes down to Jack. Ube going to find a kill from the operator stand. And another 3v3. We are right in the middle of this game. A quick scope, though. An absolute monstrous play from Ube as Speaker, does find a way to take them down. Caught with utility out. Pine going to find an opportunity potentially on Speaker, but Speaker is just on fire right now in a 3K clutch.
Yeah, again, we're gonna see a lack of checking corners there by Elgin's Viper. Is just lack of checking corners. Sloppy is tries to throw that smoke down, not even looking at where it is, and not firing it fast enough if they did want to see where it was. But it's just Hersey's playing a better game right now, as we can see very, very clearly, as they've got Elgin on the ropes on an 8-round skid.
Yeah, as you can see too, Elgin, the only rounds that they've actually taken this round, or this game, excuse me, was the first 2 rounds. So could have been potentially a fluke, as you know, Hersey definitely showing some expertise on the icebox here. Oh, Sova ult is going to go down. Remember, potentially the first ult we see of the game, and 2 are going to go down actually right in the middle. Larb showing his expertise with that bow and arrow. So We'll see. Now a 4v3 scenario in the middle of the round. Typically we see a 3v3 here, so this is actually looking pretty good for Elgin. We shall see what the move is here, though. Looks like they are sticking together quite well. Potentially now looking for an A push. Although we might see some action here right in the middle. Spike carrier is going to be to Ube's right-hand side, walking straight through behind there. So if Ube is actually going to pop her ultimate now and find an opportunity to go from behind and find potentially an unsuspecting member of Hersey, we shall see. You're going to be sitting here and it's going to find the spike carrier. They know that they can take them down, and as I said earlier last game, these teams find a way to prove me wrong and eat my words. No longer has Elgin only won 2 rounds at the beginning of the match. They have just won 1. Now here in round number, what is that, 8, 9, 10? Was that round 10, I believe?
It was round 11.
11.
Yeah, same thing here. We actually just Hersey completely not checking corners there and getting caught off guard. As I said, Elgin didn't do it. Elgin seemed to hear me check their corner.
Looks like a pretty coordinated slow B push. Some shots are going to be going down, but we don't know exactly where. One is going to go down in the form of Pine on the defense side. So where are they going to be able to plant this? Looks like it's a pretty open slot right now. As I say, Ube finding one with the operator. One almost through the smoke, but not quite. Only they knew as an observer how close they were to finding one through the smoke. And as I say that, they find the Viper in her own ultimate. And now it is going to be absolutely crucial that they play this relatively slow and play it measured. Ube finding 3, almost finding 4. And there's one more left in the smoke, walking right past, don't know exactly where. The defuse is potentially going to go down, but they stop the defuse. What are they going to be able to do? Is a 1v1 scenario. An absolutely incredible play by Frosty, finding 4 when his team needed it the most.
Frosty telling Elgin no way right before the half, getting that round to get even closer to match point. The Huskies are just playing some excellent game here. You saw Ube there, amazing with the op, as completely just through the smoke nearly 3 times with Ube on that operator. They're going to try and get that operator in the hot hands of Ube here. Get past.
It absolutely needs to check Ube's computer. That was absolutely insane. The game sense that this kid has is just incredible.
Absolutely, you know where they're going to plant, right? As we're going to see more A-center defense for Hersey here.
Yeah, I believe this is a pistol round now. They've switched sides. So now on to B they go. Not very slow and methodical. It looks like they're actually just going to be running straight in. It's a pistol round, so I think that checks out. That's going to go down, but Frosty is not going to check that corner as they didn't expect one to go over the wall. And now it is a 3v4 scenario as the spike has been planted. Oh, Larb finding one, but instantly going down in the end as well. Now a 2v1 scenario, not quite able to find something, and attackers are going to find that round.
Looks like first round Warriors here. I believe Elgin has won every single first round of the game so far on both sides, but that's a great way to make a comeback at this point. As I hope the Maroons make a comeback just so we can get just so we can see more gameplay here. But great game sense by Ube there, as we saw again, taking corners right. But we see a lot of just missed corners and not looking where you're supposed to and being just way too uncareful. As we're seeing a B heavy push here from the Maroons.
Definitely. Pine going to be taking Frosty down. Same character. Oh, Guido waiting around the corner with the shorty as well. Actually, quite a bloody round here, it looks like. Going to be running on to site. Sova is nowhere to be found quite yet. Going to be on site now. Didn't quite have the equipment to answer that. And it's going to be a 9-5 so far.
Seconds,
Yeah.
as Hersey really loaded the box there, close to B. As I'm just wow, that was very very fast and very very well done with that better gear and better money from the side of the Maroon here. As we're gonna see more A-centered defense this time, unlike last time, as they're gonna try a lesson from B, but Elgin's headed
Right.
B. It looks like.
There is the toxic orb going to go down right in the middle, providing some cover potentially if they decide to cross, which they may or may not. Ooh, some frags already going down in T-spawn. Nick's going to find one at the very start of the round, which is going to throw off the attacker side. Playing this relatively slow now after losing one in spawn. Not a whole lot of options potentially. Moving rather slowly. There's going to go one down for Noodles. Actually, Noodles finding two. Larb finding one as well. So this is actually looking pretty good for their side. Ube already with the operator, though. Absolutely crucial. Nyx finding three. Taking down the enemy jet. So now 1v2 scenario. Nyx is actually on fire this round. So there's actually potential. There is a world here where Nyx wins this round. Ooh. As I say that, though, not quite working out.
A little bit of nerves there, kind of messy crosshair placement, but no, I'd be terrified too.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Maroons have a lot of money and are coming closer and closer with every round. As they're just 3 rounds away from getting back, and even with Hersey here, as we're getting a really good game now.
This always happens.
This always happens.
Yeah. Elgin now 6-9 on Hersey. Elgin finding most of the rounds, actually all of the rounds in this half.
Split here by Elgin. More B-centered.
Nyx does have the knives up though. There could be a good play. Now it's going to be 1-for-1 on the B side or mid, actually. The rest of this round is just going to be let's walk really slowly until we find somebody. Essentially going to be checking each other's corners here as they turn around.
Hersey is not on a site, and
Ooh.
they're just both afraid.
Look at this. Larb slowly walking, finding the spike. Now going to be checking this corner. The Marshall shot is going to miss. Larb going to find one in the set. Frosty going to be reloading and going to go down. Actually, the spike is going to go back down and attacker spawn. Ube does find a shot onto Nyx, but Nyx just gets legs, so it doesn't actually go down. And Noodles having a great round there. 2K.
Everybody's coming up big for Elgin here, as it's within two, as it's 3 rounds in a row have gone directly to the Maroon, and the Huskies are on their tail, skidding backwards, just completely unable to win a round here, and just wonderful plays here from the Maroon team.
Yeah, that was a rather interesting round. We saw the spike getting picked up. I mean, could have definitely just picked it up and walked away. Obviously, not quite intel.
Seemed like, yeah, the attackers were defending the site almost.
Yeah. It was a rather interesting round, but where have I seen this score line before? Where have I seen a comeback like this before? Just so happens that something very similar just happened, but Jack, an absolute crazy shot from across the map, essentially one tapping with the Vandal, no operator needed. Now they're gonna find their way onto A side as Sage does take down one and Viper takes down another. Pine finding a kill onto Jack. Now Elgin putting themselves in a scenario where guess what? It's 3v3 right back onto site. Pine finding one after the spike does get planted, and a great shot from Frosty is going to even it up yet again. They do have two ults though on the side of Elgin, so if they decide to use one of these potentially, I mean, as I say that though, a nice little peek there, but not quite enough as Noodles is going to find another Frosty, making it a 1v1. Okay, they're going to look for the fake plant, or the fake defuse, I should say, excuse me. Oh, okay. Fancy feet. Finding a way to bait out the ultimate. They know that there's going to be shooting, and he's going to go right through the wall. Expected to see the peak, but not quite what they were looking for. Larb absolutely outplaying them with just knowledge, honestly.
Yeah, Larb, very, very intelligent play there. And Hersey gonna take a timeout. I mean,
Yeah,
surprised they didn't take one earlier, but again, like you said, where have I seen the scoreline before?
yeah,
Last round, and Elgin not absolutely refusing to go down without a fight here, and
yeah.
coming back from what, seven
Right.
7-2, absolutely crazy.
I mean, really though, very smart play from Larb. Very smart play on the side of Elgin. They knew exactly where they were going to be able to play it. They had the ultimate, they had the Sova ult, so they knew they were going to be able to contest it from far through walls, right? And so I think the idea behind Elgin kind of baiting out the ultimate, moving forward, trying to find out, and then try to stick it, and then potentially watch and wait for the peak around the corner with the operator was a great plan. But in execution, Larb was just like, I'm going to fire through the wall. Like, I don't need to peek you. I know exactly where you are anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you can see this team is Elgin just got way more coordinated on the offensive side, and I mean, this Elgin team looks a lot better on offense. I've noticed,
Yeah.
kind of skidding a little bit on the defense, but that three they take that 3v3 on offense very, very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
No discount to Hersey though. I mean, excellent plays. That op shot from I believe it was. I actually don't even know who it was, but there's an excellent op shot on a point. Try and get it back, but it's just wow. And again, Larb's intelligence right there.
Yeah, that was pretty smart there to be able to use utility as well. And Larb going to find one as we're talking about him. Where else is this round going to go? Oh my goodness. Elgin just absolutely on fire. As I say, though, Speak You is going to find down Ube. 4v2 scenario. Not exactly a place you want to be if you are a Hersey fan. And now the plant onto A site. We do have some ultimates up though. Speaku does have res. It looks like, yep, she is going to use that there. And they are going to contest it. So it's going to be a 4v3. And where will they find it? A 1-for-1, textbook 1-for-1, in fact. And now the advantage is on Elgin. Frosty is going to have to play this very smart in order to find anything here. And it looks like the idea is just we're going to save. We're save the Vandal. I think that's, I mean, if you got to do that, you got to do that.
Yeah, almost getting Super Bowl flashbacks from when the Falcons and Patriots played 28-3. Wow, as Elgin evens this matchup finally, and they have not just absolutely refused to let Hersey get in this game on this side. I don't think Hersey's won a round on this side of the map yet.
No, yeah. No, they haven't. I do want to give you I want to give you a special kudos for using a sports ball reference in an IHSEA stream. I think that's very few and far between. I'm not going to say it's the first ever because we have people like Terp and people like Mr. Can always, potentially bringing up sports ball references, but I think that's the first one a student has ever brought up. So there you have it. Traditional sports seeping its way into esports. How dare they?
Yeah.
As we see now, pretty textbook slow push on the side of Elgin. Just kind of walking through sight. Say, hey, what's going on here? Nyx, however, doesn't necessarily know where they are yet, though turning around and finding 2, only taking down 1. Noodle's going to find 1 as well. It is now 4v3, excuse me, 5v3 as they res up the jet. So now this is a fantastic advantage from Elgin. Elgin's going to be planting onto B site. And now, what can Hersey do to find anything to do here? 4v2 scenario, 3v2 scenario. As I say that, Frosty with the ultimate is in a pretty good spot. Frosty very, very comfortable to be in the scenario with an operator. Kind of best case scenario. Although one is going to go down already. And it's going to be a team ace. D-Land finding one for Frosty.
Elgin takes their first lead as we are just watching a absolutely amazing match. And it's not even Hersey. It's not even Hersey playing bad. Hersey's playing very, very well, but it's just Elgin coming out on top, better strats, playing just a little bit better there, and managing to get the frags they need to get. And we're going to see an A side push again from the Maroon here, and a very, very heavy A presence too, as we're going to see a clash right here.
And we shall see how this goes. Nyx is going to be spotted on the dart, and Ube is going to take him down. Noodles finding a kill as well, and so is Larb. A quick round potentially for Elgin, unless Frosty can find something. Actually, Frosty's going to find one with the Phantom. Potentially looking for an opportunity, but Ube is going to take him down, and that's going to be an almost flawless round there. And we are at 11 for Elgin.
1 round away from match point here. Elgin is just storming back here. This is wow. Ube with that op, man. Wow.
Yeah. I know. Ube absolutely running a clinic here with the operator. You know, I've heard Dell say it before on cast. I've seen it in the Twitch chat. They say 11 as far as they get, right? So who knows? Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Hersey turns this around here.
Well, not a clash, but let's guard it.
Ube does have the op here. Going to be spotted on the dart. And it looks like that is going to find Ube as well. So they know where Ube is, at least. Now, not quite a whole lot of coordination from the side of Hersey. It looks like they're kind of just scattered all around their spawn. But it looks like they are going to be looking for a rotation. Larb going to find Frosty. Frosty being their top fragger right now. So this is not necessarily a good place to be if you are Hersey. Guido pit stop, however, going to be waiting on the side, but D-Land is going to find the kill with the Phantom, and it's going to be actually going to find 2, and it's going to spell disaster again for Hersey on this round potentially, as Spiku does find 1 on D-Land. This is a classic ADS play. right in that corner.
Bulldog, yes.
Can't do that in Counter-Strike. I mean, there is a world, again, where Nyx wins this round. I would love to be in a world where Nyx wins this round just to make this just really interesting.
Absolutely.
He's running out of time here. With the Bulldog, not going to be able to find anything. Going to pick up the Phantom on the way out, potentially. Maybe looking for something. Nope. Going to just sit it out. Have to give. And that is going to be 12 rounds.
Wow.
And that is,
10.
That is looking rough.
What is that? 8 in a row. Wow. Yeah. That incredibly during the match, during the round, apologies. I guess during the match too, but Elgin has been taking advantage of this very, very kind of spread out and slow rotating Hersey defense, as it's just a little bit of an issue as you're going to see Pine put down that chip and that bomb diffuser. Elgin won that game 1, remember, and Elgin won that game 1, remember, and they might finish it off here.
Yeah. Definitely. Ube finding a right at the beginning, but the TP is going to go through. But Ube said, you cannot run faster than the operator can shoot. So now finding a lot of movement here, it looks like, picking up the fancy operator. and finding a place to just basically sit for the round. Larb finding a kill as well. If you are a Hersey fan, this is not exactly where you would like to be, though. Speaking of finding a kill onto Ube, one more elimination and could potentially res somebody, but it's not going to be enough. Pine is going to find that final kill, and that is going to be it for the series. Elgin taking it 2-0 against Hersey, but definitely pretty close games.
Wow, that Ube completely taking the Maroons forward and leading them with that operator. And somehow, some way, just getting it done, being down that far is incredible. And this team looks like it's going to make some maybe make some noise in the playoffs, maybe make some noise further down the road, as they played incredibly well today, refusing to give up no matter how far they were down.
Yeah, and as you can see, at least as we can see on these stats, not a single round going the side of Hersey on the second half. I mean, we mentioned it previously. We were like, maybe they can just wait out to the last the second half to get the flip, and they definitely got the flip. That's definitely what they were looking like.
Yeah, you mentioned that's what they really wanted, and
Yeah.
they got it for sure.
Absolutely. Well, oh, actually,
Wait,
looks like
yeah, I just realized did Hersey won that? Yeah, Hersey won game run.
no, it was Hersey. Actually, we're going to a game 3. The graphic was incorrect on stream. I apologize. Believe we might be going to Ascent here. So we are getting the game 3.
We are getting game 3. I apologize.
No,
I think that's on me.
No, during the break, I was like, oh no, I want to see a game 3. Yeah. Shouldn't have said that. Well, we're going to be going to a quick break, but we will be right back for game number 3. Hersey versus Elgin. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch our browser. Hello, one and all. Welcome back to some Valorant action, the IHSEA. Again, I'm Andy Mendez, your one of your casters today. Also, just happens to be the executive director. Totally different titles, though, I will say. Maybe even Carson. Do you have any other titles that we can add onto casters? Or obviously you play for your team, right?
I actually don't play Valorant for South. I
Oh, okay.
I have played CS for 2 years, and I don't really. I'm not a big fan of playing Valorant. I really like watching Valorant.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I think I've played probably more CS than I have Valorant for sure. So if
Yeah.
that says anything. I'm more of a Halo person though. I like Halo.
Oh, yeah. I love Halo.
so as we see here on Ascent, uh, some pretty standard plays. Again, you see Frosty's hovering that chamber. Most likely going to see another chamber this game.
Yep, we're gonna see Hersey on that defense, and we're gonna see the Elgin Maroon on the attack, who just came back down. What is it? 7 came down 7, won every single match, every single round in the second half.
Yep.
Completely just dominated Huskies in the second half, and keeping this game alive for them as they really needed it.
Yeah, definitely some dominance shown there from the side of Elgin. So we'll see what Hersey can do to kind of bring that momentum back. We talk about momentum in the game and like round to round, but there is definitely this like mental momentum between games as well. So when you lose a game, especially that hard in the second half, you kind of have to mental reset in between, and that's really where good coaching comes in too, especially at the high school level. It's like I'm not going to be able to teach you to like necessarily run drills or go on to a site as a teacher as much as I'm going to be able to just teach you to like calm down, talk to your teammates, hydrate in between games and just get ready for the next one.
Absolutely. We saw Hersey just playing bad defense as it went on as they couldn't win a round, and they just seemed to get more and more away from each other as a team. And we're going to see probably see a very fast pistol round, just judging on how the other times have gone. But
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
there's two kinds of momentum in Valorant. I'd like to think money momentum and mental momentum, and you can teach how to spend buy, when to save. But yeah, like you said, mental momentum is very hard, and that's when coach comes in.
Definitely have to agree there. Looks like it looks like Elgin's going to be playing for A site here. Pretty heavily invested. Yeah. Again, those pistol rounds, that's how it's going to go.
Got
So
3 on
we'll
A though.
see.
Majority for Huskies here is we're gonna see a clash.
Yep. Ooh, a potential. I thought that looked like a dink there, but not quite an elimination. So Ube's actually going to take down one with the utility. So now this is kind of you're in a good spot if you're Elgin here. You've taken down one with your Sova Dart, and now Nick's gonna be kind of walking up to scout out what's happening. So they see now they know that they're rotating, but they don't know exactly where. So they're going to be rotating mid now. It looks like it's going to be mid to A potentially, right back to A. Not going to be at all. So it looks like they're going to be kind of in this garden area. I believe this is called garden or something. Not quite sure. They're going to break the glass window. So now they know exactly where they are. They're going to be creeping up from behind, it looks like potentially. Yeah, they're all going to be jumping down on the back site. And Nyx is not exactly in position to change anything, except he is going to be able to take down Ube. We see a blind come in from the sky. Guido finding potentially a way to get onto site. The Hawk going to go down and blind 3 potentially, but 2 are going to go down in the site. So now it's going to be a 1v2. Nyx is going to have to find a way, fighting both at the same time. And right now, it's just Elgin going to take the first round.
Absolutely, taking the first round every single game, so every single half so far. And as we can actually see, I like the Huskies. Their Huskies played a lot more like a team while taking that site. You saw all
Yeah.
3 peak at the same time. It's what they've really been missing. And we're going to see probably another A dominant push as the Huskies don't have that much money compared. And well, money's everything, really.
Right. I did like Elgin's rotation, though. It was actually really nice. They were able to find one pick, backed up, and then basically ran it mid, and then jumped kind of behind the site. So that was a good play.
Excellent plays. A lot of excellent plays today from Elgin.
They don't know quite yet that someone is back here, so this might actually be a good spot for Nyx to find something, but he doesn't quite find it enough. Large is going to take one. Jack is going to find another. Larb is going to find two actually now on the site. A site is now compromised. Guido is going to peek from the smoke, but not going to quite find anything. Larb is going to have his 3K for the round and potentially looking for 4 as Frosty is spotted by the utility up top. D-Land did briefly see him as well, but poking his forehead out, not quite the move against the Deagle here. So now going to jump around, has the teleport up, but not going to be able to take him down. And Larb does find the 4K.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, poor Jack on the side for the Huskies there, just getting overwhelmed by the literal entire Maroon team both
Right.
times on A. As you see, that late rotation really cost the Huskies. This chamber just doesn't get there in time, and they're really, really desperate here. They have lost, what is it, 12 overall in a row now. As they just need to play as a team and try and get this game back in their favor and try and swing their mental momentum, like we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a good way to think about it too is like, hey, the IHSEA, they've changed their rules. It's now a best of one, essentially.
Well,
Dark
not
gonna
at this point.
Dark gonna
Important
go
to have
all the
fun
way
too.
across. Right. Yeah, that's true. Dark's going all the way across to A, and 2 kills are going to be found on the side of Hersey. So Hersey kind of looking at a better spot now. Elgin now did find one back, but now it's going to be a 4v3. I need to stop saying the word now. It's annoying me anyway. Frosty taking down D-Land. Where can they go now? They know where the spike is. Spike is going to be heavily defended from Hersey. By Hersey, excuse me. Oh, the blind going to go down. Larb. Oh, Larb barely not blinding Guido pit stop, and Guido finding the kill that they need. 3v1 scenario now. I mean, still definitely a potential to find all 3 kills here as they're all clumped up into one. Does find a Vandal on the floor, so if you're going to find the kill, you're going to find it in one way or another. Frosty is going to take them down, but not before takes down Spiku. Defenders,
Huskies,
Hersey picking up a game.
yeah,
Yep.
Huskies
Around us.
finally gotten around there, and that might be what they need to stay in this game and stay in it against Elgin. I mean, Elgin playing very, very well, just getting outclassed there by the Huskies. Didn't do anything wrong, just got beat. Maybe could have switched. Whatever. Spike was down.
Absolutely.
We're going to see a more A-centered push again, and on the B side, the Huskies still defend it more as they're going to rotate faster this time, which is definitely what they've been missing.
That was a rather entertaining recon bolt there. Did actually find one. I'm not sure exactly where that landed, but pretty interesting place to go nonetheless. And it looks like now they're going to be pushing onto A site. Ooh, nice kill from Spiku, found on Larb, and actually another one looking for potentially more, but not gonna have the bullets to do so. Pine gonna find a kill through the wall, and actually 2. So now, where is Frosty gonna be able to get onto site? It is a 2v2 scenario, does have ultimate and the I was about to say what it was, but I completely forgot. Guido is gonna get blinded and die. So now it is all up to Frosty with the ultimate. This is kind of a good place for Frosty to be, but D-Land with not a whole lot of health left didn't need the ultimate. It's going to use the Vandal instead. Might as well use those bullets as you have them, I guess. Right?
Absolutely. See, just Frosty giving it a ride with the Tour de France there. I'm going to call it the Tour de France because I think that is just more fun. And we see Hersey win a second game in a row. And like I said, this is what they needed. They have it's got to be a breath of relief for the Husky side here. As it was just over and over. It feels like you were so close to winning a round, so close to staying in that last game.
Right.
And they just got to get that out of their head.
So is this a good time to mention, usually you wouldn't be on stream when we would talk about this, but you've got Goog's pick. It's Hersey. You picked Hersey to win this series. Not you didn't give it a score. You didn't say 2-1 or 1 or 2-0 or anything like that, but you did favor Hersey as the snipes are going to whiff on both sides. And Frosty's going to find one as I say that, and so is Nyx from the side, the favored side of Hersey, at least from Goog's perspective.
Absolutely. Hersey's played hard matches, and I thought that
Oh,
that experience would give him that. Oh,
wait, I have never realized that that was a thing, but that is probably
yeah,
something that a
I
lot of people
just
know of. Oh, that was an excellent peek on the side of Ube. Ube just knowing that if you're going to miss the shot, I'm going to be able to peek you right afterwards. And Jet was just not quite ready to find that. Pine taking down Spiku. Jack finding Larb. So now it is a 3v1 scenario, and it's not going to be a problem for Guido pit stop as Pine is going to go down. Hersey, another round.
Hersey 3 in a row there. Finally got that breather, like I mentioned, and I had them favored against the Yorkville Foxes team. You mentioned your home team, incredibly strong team that they nearly took down. It coming down 2-1 actually, and I believe Hersey lost 13-9 that last game.
Yeah.
And I personally thought that experience against better teams would just be a bit stronger there.
Here's what I'll say. They're my home team in the sense that I've got family that lives in Yorkville, right? But my home team truly is I've coached at Naperville for such a long time that I feel like I would be amiss to not mention Naperville North. But also my home team also being Mattia Valley High School. So it's tough. I've got a lot of ties to a lot of different these high schools here that I've either coached at or been involved with or just lived in the same area. I'm not sure to call it. The ultimate is going to go down onto site though. And even though there is a plant down and a lot of utility being used, there is only one person down on the side of Hersey. So we'll see exactly how this is going to go. Frosty finding Ube on the rotation out, but D-Land finding Nyx. Now it is a 3v4 scenario going on to site. As I say that, of course, make me a liar as the res does come through. This is a pretty tough place to be in if you are Elgin, but Jack is going to take down one and find, at least start the actual diffusing process. But what an absolute cleanup from the side of Elgin. Prove me wrong yet again. Hersey going down.
Cleanup crew comes in to take that objective back within about 5 seconds, really,
Yeah.
after just losing it so fast and getting it back incredibly same speed. But wow, I mean, these two teams, I'm actually speechless about how hard they've been playing and how well they've been playing as they clean up mistakes every single round. And I think, I think, I don't think I could have predicted a game like this. This is
No.
wow.
Yeah,
We're seeing an
absolutely
A
not.
mid push here from the Maroon.
Yeah, it looks like the Maroons are going to be pushing up mid, as you mentioned, potentially mid A. Kind of looking for that opportunity. Chamber is going to be on the side, as you can see on the mini map, but more so, more pertinent, the recon bolt's going to go around. Not going to find anybody quite yet. And Larb finding Spiku. It seems like they go back and forth, even right here, exactly where they're fighting. Shock dart potentially going through. Frosty, though, finding that kill and opportunity. Pine taking one down as well. It is a 3v3 scenario. Frosty finding another. Noodles finding Jack. And now it is absolutely favored on the side of Elgin. Somehow we've made it to this point where Elgin might win another round here after Hersey's dominance. We'll see. As we're moving onto site, wall is broken. Ooh, that angle is being held pretty well, but Frosty's going to find the 3K, is going to go down to D-Land, and this is where things get interesting. Guido pit stop only has a couple of bullets left, and he is going to go down to D-Land.
Yeah, 9 health in a dream there. Not much Guido could have done, but as we see Elgin, it's just back and forth with these two teams. Elgin taking 2 rounds after a solid 3 from the Huskies, as the Huskies, I think, will not let or will try their best not to let the Maroon get on top of them again, like the last game. As we're seeing Ube not have as much as a great match, as we're seeing Larb again taking that control of that team and taking that top fragger spot.
Yeah, Larb having the game that he needs, just like game one. Some mid peak potentially. We do see that Ube was using the recon Didn't quite find him. Going to peek the Marshall here, and the Marshall's not going to quite land a shot. So now what are they going to do? Jack knows that he missed a shot. Going to try to find something, but he doesn't know that Larb is so close. Spiku going to go taking down another as well. We're 3v3 scenario. It seems that this always happens. If we get to a 3v3 scenario, then the action stops for a little while, and then things happen again. Ube going to take down Guido Pit Stop. And potentially some really good communication there. Make some steps, make some noises as Guido was able to take them down. Where can they go from here? Hersey trying to find an option to get onto site. Nyx finding a kill. Nyx finding two. And now it is a 1v1. I think Nyx also knows where he is. Larb finding a blind, potentially going to be TPing onto base or onto site, excuse me. Doesn't exactly know, but the low health Nyx is just going to go straight down. And Elgin finding another round here.
Yep, Maroons staying unbeatable and uncrushable here, losing 3 in a row and just refusing to give up, refusing to do anything, as it's just sort of a lob of momentum where one team has what feels like a full bar of momentum, and it suddenly just gets cut off. But we again seeing a new top fragger on the Husky side as we see Frosty on top now. Guido still having a great game. Seeing seeing a bit of a split push here as Omen's on A.
Yeah, Omen is on it. It was finding it interesting. Jack is going to be firing through the wall with the Odin, but it's going to be taken down again. Oh, Guido with some great shots here. Just lining them up here on the ace B side, excuse me. Pine taking down Nyx right in the middle of the game, and actually Pine taking down another as well. Elgin now at a slight advantage with two. Going to be planting now. Spiku really only has 2 ways onto site, and Larb going to be peeking with the operator. Going to be a perfect opportunity to find that kill and add to a scoreboard. 13 kills on Larb.
And we're going to see an early Huskies timeout here. As wow, that was a really good quick scope there by Larb.
Yeah. I think Larb finding that kill is definitely impressive, and I think that Larb also finding just the entry that he needs to get back into the game here is actually quite impressive as well. I think game 1 he had an excellent showing. Game 2 not quite as much, so it's good that he's able to come back online in game number 3.
Absolutely. As we're gonna, I'm wondering how the Huskies are gonna change this. Maybe go for like a 4-on-4 on a certain site. Try and predict it here, as the Huskies cannot afford to lose a few more rounds, as I say. But let's be real, anything can happen tonight.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we've seen these two teams are evenly matched. Game 1 going one way, game 2 going extremely another. I think we'll definitely be able to see a little bit more from these teams as we get right back into the game after this timeout. This timeout, how important do you feel that it was for Hersey to take this timeout?
Well, I mean, again, you mentioned momentum and mental momentum. They need a breather clearly, as they've just dropped 3 in a row, and they want to win this game. And they're not, well, of course, they want to win this game, but they want to just stay in front and not get down too far here. It's so much harder to come back when you're down 4 or 5, and you just want to stop the bleeding here. And like I mentioned, very, very heavy defensive push here.
Absolutely very defensive push, but Larb finding a place and actually going to be TPing straight out to a potentially safer location. Great rotation, actually. I'm just kind of now putting 2 and 2 together how they did that. Finding an exit onto B and then jumping right through. Larb finding another elimination on A site. And the smoke's going exactly where they need to be. They know exactly where Hersey is. So it's going to be a little bit tougher for Hersey to get back on, but Nyx is going to find the elimination onto Pine as he was reloading the op. Larb with 3 kills so far. Ube going down. And Nyx is going to do everything in his power to find a way to get back into this. He does have an operator, though, and going to be jumping up onto high ground. So we'll see exactly where he's going to be able to go with this. Potentially just saving it, but he doesn't know that Larb is behind. Oh, no, it's disastrous for Nyx. And Larb gets the 4K on the round.
What an intelligent rotate by Larb there, picking one off, just watching backside and just deciding, hey, I'm going to go over here now, and helping his team push onto A site is just wow. I love that play from Larb. Great call there by Elgin.
Yeah, it
Looks like we're
should be
gonna
interesting. Sorry,
sorry.
go right ahead.
Looks like we're gonna see a more B-centered push here from the Maroon, but actually a lot more split. I did not see the two on the other side, but actually they're coming back now. So we got again another rush.
Yep. The D-Land taking down one early on into the round. This is actually looking like a pretty scrappy round. D-Land taking another. The ultimate going to be going down, though, and it's not going to be safe for them to stand there. Spiku going down, or Spiku, excuse me, taking down D-Land, and now it is a 3v2. That was a great usage of the ultimate. There was nowhere that Spiku could really go. Or D-Land, excuse me, could really go. And now the plant is going to go onto B site, but with only 2 attackers. So potentially, this is exactly where Hersey wants to be to swing this game back into their favor. They can definitely use their numbers advantage here. Blinding going to go down, but one is going to go down as well. Now it is a 1v1 scenario. One Pine with the operator on the back of the site. And now Jack playing this rather slowly as they can. Finding him in his back. Is he going to be able to take him down? There is just way too much going on, and Jack actually is able to swing it just fine and go for the defuse here. This is huge potential for Hersey here.
My goodness, they pick up the pieces here and finally just get around in such wow fashion there. This is really the only way I can put it. It's a great brim alt there. And you see you see that take back on that push. That this Hersey team is not giving up. After seeing that Maroon team, they want this game bad.
Yeah, absolutely. It's rather unfortunate for the side of Hersey, though, that this is the round that they were able to turn things around, because this is the momentum that you would need to continue on. But with the round swap happening just in one more round, they can just really hope to pick this up as easy as they can.
Better late than never, I suppose, though.
Absolutely. So ultimate, plenty of ultimates. Oh my goodness, Ube just gonna peek the corner and just be like, yeah, I've got Frosty's number. Frosty's down. Okay, Spike is going to be planted on the A site, and now everybody is scrambling to get on to A site. Ultimate is going to go live, but Jack taking down Larb through the ultimate, no problem for him. And now 4 members of Elgin kind of waiting to see what Hersey's plan is. Jack taking down one with the Hunter's Fury. Pine taking down Spiku. Now, what is the plan going to be? Ube does have a lineup here, potentially for the spike. Other things going on mixed with find something to do. One more player standing. Jack is ready. He's here, and attackers do end up winning. And going to be ulting his teammate as well, potentially.
4-8 at the half. That first game as well in the favor of the Huskies, actually. And seeing the opposite sides, Huskies hoping to get some of that Maroon magic that they had earlier in the game, as we are just seeing such a 2 scrappy teams try and pick this game off from each other, and both teams are fighting very hard. I feel like we're going to see another crazy pistol round, but let's see if Maroon can lose a pistol round for the first time. The Maroon can lose a pistol round for the first time this match.
Yeah, absolutely. I would bet on it. Absolutely. I would bet on a crazy pistol round, because this is just how it's been the whole series. Of the 6 now pistol rounds we're about to see. So I think that's right. 2 pistol rounds per match, right? 2, 4, 6.
Yeah.
This is the 6th. Right, yeah.
Unless you're saving.
Right. Wait, saving on a pistol round. I mean, I guess.
Well, not on a
Oh, Guido gonna take down D-Land for the first blood, potentially, on this side. Ooh, Pine taking down 1. Pine taking down 2 with the Deagle, the utility Deagle. Oh, right through the wall. And Nyx is able to find Larb. And now a 3v3 scenario, but Larb is down, being their top fragger. So it's going to be kind of interesting how the rest of this plays out. Jack taking down Noodles. Always have such a hard time. My mouth just gets so confused trying to say that name. Nyx is going to find Pine as waiting in the corner best as he can, and there you have it. Hersey taking the first round of the half.
Yeah, the chaos of this match is unrivaled. Nyx having a little bit of a breaking and entering incident there, right on the right side, just completely bewildered by it, and it's a good round for Hersey. Hersey.
Hersey
Should have
or
never
Hersey.
said anything. Wow.
Yeah, it's all right. We've got it under control here. As the bye phase comes to an end here, we'll see exactly how Hersey can. Well, it was Hersey, right?
Yeah, wondering on a mid rush here and a split push, but there is a mid rush and
yeah. Look at this mid rush here.
That.
Ooh. Guido is going to take down Larb right off the top. And as you mentioned, the round is pretty much over there. Ube is like, okay, well, I've got a shorty and a dream. Let's see where this goes.
Absolutely. Great way to counter.
Yeah, they, Spiku and the rest of Hersey don't have any, anything to worry about going on to A site here.
Right here.
Might make you eat your words there now that you said it. We'll have to see.
Oh, we saw Ube did get spotted here in the mid area. Gonna be running over to attacker spawn. Just kind of hang out. Potentially. Oh, trying to peek for anybody. Didn't see anybody. Whoa, yep. Yeah, if you're gonna show that way, I think that's the only way you can. Nyx taking down Ube for the very last kill of that round there.
Yep, Hersey now getting back in the swing of things once I know that the switch has happened, and just wow. I mean, again, momentum, everything right now, as we're just seeing this Maroon team get caught off guard. I mean, you split push, it's obviously, I don't think they expected a mid rush, but that split push is the best way probably that you can defend that. We're going to see Nyx set up top, and we're going to see a more B-centered push with Sova headed to the other side.
And we shall see exactly what they can do. Sova Dart is going to land on the A and potentially find one. We do have kind of one or two lurking in CT spawn, as you can see on the mini map there. Is that an Ares? I think I just saw an Ares there. I think there's a lot of respect for that player buying the Ares. D-Land potentially finding Frosty around this corner. I think Frosty did see him briefly, but I don't think D-Land did. So I think, okay, yeah, Frosty definitely is going to be able to hear the rotation, can definitely hear the footsteps. But is Frosty potentially biting off more than he could chew if he's going to be walking around here? So he does know Jack and Noodles are going to find each other in the mid area. Jack is going to take down Win. Ube is going to take down Nyx.
Great rotation there by Hersey.
And the plant is actually going to go down, but Larb finding one as Guido was planting. And Jack taking down Larb. So now it's a 3v3. Who would have guessed it's a 3v3 scenario here? Spike is down. Planet A. Couldn't get more classic than that. So we're going to see now the location is going to be revealed from Pine. Spiku playing underneath. Frosty potentially finding Pine here. Pine may not know exactly where Frosty is. I don't think Frosty knows, but Frosty's going to miss the shots, and Pine is going to be able to take down one. Spiku finding D-Land. So now 1v1 scenario. Jack knows exactly where Ube is, but Ube does need to find a time to defuse. Utility going to be used, and now Jack finding the 4K on the round.
This is absolutely just strange. So that first round, 4-8 at the half, Huskies were up. And now same thing happened on the Maroon side as they're taking a timeout here. And now again, 7-8. And the other team, the team that started losing in the second half, is now one game away from taking this to a tie game. As it's just eerie scores here, seeing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, I think eerie is definitely the right word to use when looking at these scores. It's like, we don't know where this can go. And I have something to say, but I know the caster curse is just going to bite us. So I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. but I'm assuming that with how evenly matched these teams are, I think that we'll definitely see a competitive finishing off the second half and seeing exactly who's going to be able to win this match.
Absolutely. It feels like a coin flip. Couldn't even predict the rest of this.
No, absolutely. And these are one of the most exciting games that you could even run into. It's like, dude, this game could go either way.
I mean, absolutely. You see, both teams are not awful. I mean, both teams are not economy. The economy on both teams is great. It's not terrible. Yeah. It's not bad, but definitely Hersey has an advantage. Has won 3 in a row, but I mean, they can stand it on the other side. Oh, maybe not. I just watched the by Spectre and the judge. So.
I was about to say, I saw Larb. Yeah, I saw Larb by the judge, and I was like, where are we in the economy sense right now?
I thought that a little more, but they're gonna save.
Yeah. It looks like they are gonna save here. We'll see exactly how they're gonna be able to play this round out. Jack does find one with his dart though, so they know at least one is defending. The recon is gonna go out, and they do see another. Again, target hit allegedly. Don't know how that hit. Frosty is going to take down D-Land and Nyx, finding Ube. Elgin in a little bit of trouble here, as they have not taken down any members of Hersey yet, and Hersey is making their way around the map. But Larb finding one in the back end, finding Jack. Going to go down the Guido pit stop. Spike's going to be planted on B. But they've got members of Hersey absolutely everywhere. Production is flaming me for not gonna say it, but I didn't say it. I didn't say what I thought. Oh, one gonna go down. Frosty actually gonna be going down with the operator, but Guido finding a nice little 3K to end that round. And now we're tied up. We're all tied up, Carson.
Absolutely. Again, this match goes back and forth. It almost feels like tennis now that we're just coming right back to the same score, and neither team can get an edge on the other team. As I wouldn't be surprised to see Maroon win 3 straight, and then the Huskies win 3 straight immediately after.
Definitely.
This is just a wonderful match to be commentating, as we are going to see actually another split push, as this has been going really well for Hersey on the split pushes. Obviously catching 4 off guard in mid in 15 seconds. The first round is split on the defense as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think 3 pushing is working out really well because the defense doesn't exactly know where they're going to be playing until utility has been used. And even then, you can make a whole lot of noise on one side. As I say that, the Guido pit stop is going to take down Noodles. Now it is a 5v4 scenario for the favor of Hersey. Hersey, though, going to be taken down. Actually, 2 going to be taken down. This is actually looking really good for Elgin. They've just kind of fired through the smoke. They all kind of walked through, not really respecting the guns on the side of Hersey, on the side of Elgin, excuse me. Nyx taking down 1 as well. Could you tell me exactly what scenario we're in right now, Carson?
Well, it is yet another 3-on-3.
3-on-3. D-Land going to be missing the op shot. Absolutely massive miss there. So Spiku is going to be reaping the rewards, and now Hersey at an advantage here. And as we mentioned, they were all on A side essentially at the beginning of this round, and now they're back on B side. The ultimate going to be used to bait out Larb. Larb is going to go down the Nyx. So now it is all up to Pine. Elgin wants to see. Oh my goodness, it's going to go right through the wall and not quite hit. So Pine is actually going to live another day. Frosty going down.
Yeah, Pine getting some good luck there.
Ooh, not quite that lucky though. Looks like Nyx is going to take down Pine. And now we are at we're at 9-8.
9-8.
I mean, honestly, it was looking kind of rough for Hersey at the beginning, or kind of mid game of that round. It definitely could have gone either way, but I think if you're Elgin, you're feeling pretty bad right now because you're like, okay, we bought that round, we had kind of a good chance, and we didn't necessarily blow it, but we did see that alts were used, and it's not going to be at the expense of anything for Hersey because Hersey now buys up again and still has 3 alts remaining,
and still had some guns from last round too that they picked up.
So what will they do now? It looks like they're doing another split push, but Nyx is going to be coming in on the side of A. It looks like 2 members of Hersey are going to be pushing B. Oh, They were going to be pushing B. Looks like they're going to be turning around. They're going to dedicate their time to A here potentially. Looks like D-Land is going to be able to spot them on the rotation, but it won't matter. Frosty taking down Pine and Guido pit stop taking down D-Lane.
There.
Oh, jumping right around the corner. I think the kind of got. Oh, actually, there's going to be another one taken down. So Ube is going to take down Frosty. Just to recap, and Nick's taking down Ube right there as well. What I was going to say, it was kind of a jump scare. You know, Sova kind of jumped around the corner and was just like, "Here I am."
Yeah, it's one of those that makes your heart jump a little bit.
Yeah.
I see it mid. The two members of Elgin that got picked off a bit more than they picked off a bit more than they could chew. They're just outclassed in guns and money momentum, really affecting them there. As you can see, Ube has a judge, but that might not be a money thing. That might be a choice. But I'd assume it's a money thing.
Right.
I just see a really heavy B presence here for the Huskies.
Yeah, I don't know. We're sitting in the back side with the judge. I think we're in a pretty rough spot, as you mentioned. Nope. Some shots gonna go through the smoke, trying to find anything, any lucky shot potentially. Oh, nice little 2K actually from Ube with the judge. It's gonna be kind of in a good scenario. Spico is gonna find two though and pick up the spike. So now it's Larb is the only one left.
Spike planted.
What will it be now?
Not ready yet. Shadows traveling.
And we find one, and that is going to be it. Spiku getting the 3K. 11 rounds to 8. 11 is as far as they get, right? Isn't that what they say?
I actually don't know that. I don't think I've heard that before you said it. But
really,
Huskies, yeah, no, really, no, not even once.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, whatever. You know, I'll trust you. I'll trust you on that.
Listen,
Huskies.
I know for sure Della said it once, and I saw it in the Twitch chat. It's got to be 11 is as far as they get. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, so we're gonna see another bit more of a split push, more heavy A presence for both teams here. Good wall by D-Land, I guess, if they were pushing mid. But
I mean, yeah, I think either way, it's still a good wall. They know exactly where they're going to be pushing now, or excuse me, they have less options to push. And oh, actually, Frosty is going to take down D-Land though, so it looks like either way going to be spotted on the top of that wall. So now what can they do? Pine taking down the spike though, and Ube is going to be firing right through the wall and taking down Guido pit stop as well. Jack finding Pine, and we're in a 3v3 scenario. 1 minute left into the round.
Cover going out.
Kind of in a rough spot though if you are the attacker side, because the spike is wide open. Larb's just going to be walking straight through the smoke, knows potentially that Jack is sitting straight into that smoke. Next, potentially finding someone rotating. I'm not sure what Noodles was doing there. Kind of jumped around and sprayed the wall.
yeah, maybe thought about it on the backside.
yeah, definitely. Oh, Ube with the spray, finding 3, almost finding 4. And Nyx is going to be able to take him down with swift precision now. And now we're finding ourselves in a 1v1 scenario. And oh my goodness, Carson, Elgin takes the round.
Oh my goodness. First off, love that Odin play. Odin does not get used enough. Very powerful, very expensive, but you know, as you can see, it definitely has its upside there.
Yeah.
Wow, we are just in such a close-knit match here as the Maroon refuse to give in to the Huskies here, as we've seen time and time again, going down, both teams just going down big and coming back, rattling 4 off in a row. So we're going to see another more split push and a heavier B presence for Elgin here.
That felt like the Valorant equivalent of a Hail Mary, and it just kind of worked, you know? So now they're kind of in a better spot here to make something happen. Jack kind of looking onto the site, and Larb finding a kill on the Bulldog. So this is actually going to be really good for Elgin, finding that econ kill, essentially. Pine waiting on site, doesn't know that there's 2 peeking. 2 of them peeked at the same time and kind of was like, oh, maybe it's not worth it. Oh, gonna be jumping up and seeing at least 1, and now they know that there's 2 because there's going to be a different character using his ability. So now this is kind of a now or never scenario for Elgin, excuse me, potentially, as they catch 1 in the rotation. Nyx is gonna take down Noodles right in the middle of the map and gonna find, oh, I thought that was an enemy. Gonna be right next to his teammate Frosty. and finding kills right onto A site as well. Larb finding more with that Bulldog, just an absolute monster with the Econ weapon.
Last player standing.
Oh, not quite looking in the right direction, but Frosty is going to take down one with the headshot, actually, even too. Not even necessary, but did find it. So now I think they're playing this really intelligently. Look at that. Ube actually dodges the drone. They don't know where he is. This is absolutely insane play. Oh no, but he's going to be making noises. Odin's going to be sprayed, and he's just wasting enough time for the attackers, not being able to find anything. Does have the spike, 6 seconds remaining. Now does not have enough time to plant. Gonna go for the kill anyway. Oh, this is tough. No, not quite. I think, you know, Elgin played that so incredibly intelligent that they were like, we don't have to peek this guy. He's got an op. He's got potentially some more weapons here. We might lose the 2v1, excuse me. So just wait till he plants and then peek him.
I will say, good job not panicking and using that op, even though like you had a, I think he had a Vandal, right? But he didn't panic, didn't use that op, kept it for another round. As we see 11-10, and again, what a close match. Bit of a split presence here too. Seeing a lot of recurring themes. Maybe we'll see another 3v3, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Smoking to go down mid. Defenders kind of floating around mid side here. Not necessarily on one side of the map or the other, but Frosty and Nyx are going to peek Noodles, and Noodles is going to go down first. Ube with the Odin still on site. Going to find an opportunity, potentially. No, but Spiku and Frosty are going to find 2 more, and they are just a dynamic duo here going on to site. Ultimate going to be used from the side of Hersey. And now it is just 1 more defender left. Larb, their top fragger, is going to go down the Frosty, and we're back to Hersey taking the round.
We're back, and it's match point, and it's really just do or die. After all of that, the last thing you want to do as an Elgin player is lose right now, and the Huskies have the Maroons on the rope. I almost called them the Crimson. Have the Maroons on the rope, and really are just looking to finish it off here after such a crazy day. But again, split presence, a heavy side for both teams, actually, as we are going to probably see a lot of Elgin strategies here. They try to stay alive tonight.
I think Ube's strategy right now is, again, we've got the Odin. So we're just going to play it as well as we can, looking potentially to scan here. Doesn't find anybody. Yep. The scan does go through, though, so now that is signal for the attackers to kind of walk up here. Does Ube have the know-how to just potentially just start spraying? If he does here, it would have been an absolute game changer. Nyx and Frosty finding the pretty much the butt end of Noodle's gun there, but not able to find anything else. Guido pit stop is going to be taking down Larb, and now it is a 4v3 scenario as the minute left onto the round. Pine going to be taken down. D-Land, though, rezzing Noodle, so now it is a 4v3 scenario in favor of Hersey. Can Hersey find the plant? It looks like they're going to start planting now. The Hunter's Fury is going to be used to potentially stop the plant, and they do find a way to delay it, but turning the corner with the utility. Guido with 4. Guido might find 5. Who knows? Guido's chasing Ube down, and it's not going to be a 5K. Ube said, no, absolutely not. I am not giving this round for free. I am going to find a way to claw ourselves back into this game. Could it be it? Spiku does know where he is, but Nyx finds the kill. Hersey takes it home tonight.
Oh my. Wow. Hersey,
Yeah,
great play there. Nearly not very close to an ace to finish off a wild night. But Nyx coming big for Hersey tonight, as well as Guido pit stop coming up big the second game and the first game. As
look at that.
That's going to hurt for Elgin, but both teams.
Both top fraggers again with the same kills to end the round on both sides.
Same kills, deaths, and assists.
Oh, I didn't even notice. They literally have the same KDA.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so Nyx and Larb ending the game, game number 3 with the same exact KDA. At the beginning of this match and all throughout, we were saying how evenly matched these teams are, and it just came down to a little bit of execution, really.
Absolutely, we saw a lot of interesting strategies when Huskies were down big on that last round. They capitalized on a mid push and even had their own mid push on the first side to get that little three round rally there to get up 3-2 at some point. But
Right.
again, both teams clawing at it, and it just really came down to a matter of circumstance, money, and momentum.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. The IHSEA Valorant round number 4. It was an absolute banger. Hersey versus Elgin. If you know the drill, we'll be back next week on Tuesday with another exciting matchup of the IHSEA regular season for Valorant in 2022, I believe is a year. Carson, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Really appreciate that. You've brought an excellent color commentary to the night. And as Dell would say, do your homework. Have a great night.